Well, we got the old turkeys in the backyard today. So far I see five boys. 1, 2, 3. There's a couple more that are over there with all the girls. So I don't know how all of this turkey... Oh, I thought these two by the fire pit had been scared away, but it doesn't look like it. Yeah. So somebody told me that they are back to mating. They had done mating, but because we had that snow and everything, they probably lost the eggs and they got to do it again. I don't know. I'm not a turkey person, so I couldn't tell you. The turkeys, once I came outside, were a little bit unimpressed with me, so they stopped all their strutting and everything else and headed for the hills, literally. If you hadn't figured it out already, I'm going skiing. J Peak closes tomorrow. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. I said, you know what? I'm gonna just go for a few runs this morning, and then that will be it for J Peak skiing for this year. I shouldn't say this year, because this year is actually 2021. So this ski season, how's that? Because come fall, probably be back here before I go to Burke. But I figured, we'll try a couple runs. If it's any good, great. If it's not, well, it'll be the last one, because with rain tomorrow, and I think I told you I've got a load of ski equipment coming in from New York that's got to go to the shop. So that's either going to be this afternoon or tomorrow. Depends on how that all goes. So I figured, one last skiing at J. Could be the last, I don't know. Sid and I have to go get our second COVID shot on Tuesday. So depending on how all that goes, I mean, if we feel fine and everything else, maybe I'll go to Killington next week for a day. But if we don't, and kind of feeling under the weather or whatever, I don't know if there'll be any Killington run. I'm not sure you've seen it, probably, maybe, who knows. But with all our fun mask wearing and everything else this year, we really haven't had a flu season. So that's, I guess, a good thing, considering we've had the COVID thing to deal with. Two of them on top of each other would have been, But is the flu, maybe this is, every winter everybody just wears masks, and then we don't all get the flu. Well, I just got around the corner here, and all of a sudden the wind is like really picked up. I wasn't planning on that. Hopefully, I don't know. I didn't hear anything about wind, because if only part of the mountain's open on a Saturday, it's gonna be crowded. Well, you already got spots that are going to take a little bit of jumping to get over. Okay, that'll be interesting. So you're going to have to hit those and then go over the dirt. And even more there. Well, this could be very short-lived. Well, I would say, judging by the lack of actual ski tracks on here, etc., this trail is actually closed. So I think I know there's going to be another way to get back to the bottom. It's a little figuring out here. Or there's that method. Well, I think this is going to be the last run for J Peak for this part of spring 2021. I can say with pretty much a surety that 99.99 that this is the last day for spring 2021 that I will be skiing at J Peak. It's still a 0.01, but very low, very low. Now, I might go to Killington next week. So, it figures out, when I was on the lift, I did a little calculating. Oh, let me see, hold on. One more shot. Okay, so I did some calculating, and this has to do with skiing. And I lost track a while ago, but I've skied at least 90 days this year, maybe as much as 95, I'm not really sure. But I know over 90. So when I do the math on that, that works out that about 25% of the year I go skiing. So 20, it's a quarter of the year. Quarter of the year on snow. I'd like to make a quarter of the year on snow, half of the year in sand, and I don't know what I'd do. Maybe just rest on that other quarter. Yeah. No. I have to figure out something else. I think the most I've ever skied in a year has been 100 days. I suppose we could shoot for that next year. Or, like, J Peak was open, I think, 130, 140 days? Something to shoot for. Although Sid won't like that. Just a guy back there. It's not really surprising, but he was mowing his lawn. When did it snow? 2 days ago? And I know I'm gonna have to do it pretty soon. I've got to that could even be the next day or two, change the oil and all that kind of stuff in the lawnmower, because ours is gonna be need to do in the not too distant future either. We got some, let's see, bobbers to go fishing, some worms, some hooks, and a thing called, and I'll show you when we get home, a thing called the middle buster plow. Goes on the back of the tractor. It's sort of like a, well, it goes on the back of the plow, but it's like a V plow. So it opens up the ground. I'm gonna flip all that dirt with it and then rototill it out again. But you also use it, it's great for planting potatoes because you get this nice trough that you can get the potatoes down in there. Yes, we do have potatoes. I think we have, where did I buy?
I got a 50-pound bag of potatoes.
Yeah, there's a 50-pound bag of 10. There's a 10 there, so that's 60, and then another 10, probably 80, 90 pounds of seed potatoes. So I think we should be all set with
French
potatoes.
fries at the Vendituoli-LIFE.
Ooh. Can we have those with done in duck fat?
Sure.
Okay, so this is a middle buster plow, and see how it has like a V? So when this goes on the back of the tractor, it's going to create like a furrow as it digs along. And you can see I want to flip up all of this dirt in here, which I could have done with a single bottom plow, but I don't have one of those. And the single bottom plow is only going to be useful for that. This I can put in potatoes in and other stuff, and see I can get this a little bit deeper so I can mix in out in there. It's more manure than dirt.